All right, guys, we're gonna get started here. We are joined with Houston Dash defender Avery Patterson. Avery, the team takes on Racing Louisville on Friday. How are you navigating preparations for that match?
Yeah, I mean, it's a quick turnaround from last week. We had a Sunday game, now heading into a Friday game. So I think, managing our load this week is a big thing that's happening around here. I think we're on a good streak right now. I mean, we haven't lost since the break, knock on wood. Not that we need that, but still knocking on wood. And, keeping that momentum going into the weekend. Sorry.
Dustin, go ahead.
Hey, Avery, how's it going?
Hi, Dustin.
Hey, I know you guys played Louisville earlier this season. They came in here, I think you scored early in the game, and they came back and beat you guys. Mm-hmm. How much does that play into, wanting to get a little revenge on them here?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's like that with all of our games, to be honest. I think every game in the NWSL is somewhat of a dogfight, especially the last game. I mean, that was a tough one. I think we were delayed a little bit as well. So, I mean, it was kind of a hectic day, and to not come out with a point from that day, I mean, I think we're remembering that. And, I think that's motivating us for this weekend.
And you mentioned it a little bit, but you guys unbeaten since the break. Mm-hmm. I know Fabrice talked about you guys have tried to gel and come together as a team, a lot of off-the-field stuff. What has it been like just from you guys' perspective, the players in the locker room, and kind of getting this team to gel in such a quick, first season?
Yeah, I think we're growing from, I don't want to say mistakes from the first half of the season, but I think it's definitely, we learned from whether it be shortcomings or, tactical adjustments. We're learning from what wasn't working and remembering that and keeping that in mind, these last couple games. And I think, off the field, we're a close group. I think I always have a good time with everyone here. So, I'm pleased to see the direction that we're moving in.
And speaking of, I know you and Kiki are close. We've got to see Kiki kind of become one of the key players of this team lately. She's scored some goals. She's been a starter. Mm. How excited are you for Kiki and just what she's bringing to you guys on the field?
Yeah, I mean, Kiki is one of my close friends. I think on a very serious note, she has had an arduous journey here in Houston. I think, one that started with injury and was marked with not so great times last year. I know everyone is super proud of her and her comeback. So, I mean, yeah, there's no one more deserving of all the success that she's gotten over the last couple games.
And just looking ahead to Louisville, I know you talked about it a little bit, but I know you guys are in the playoff push. It's one game at a time. You're not looking too far ahead. But What is the mentality for you guys going to Louisville, needing points in pretty much every game you guys play?
Yeah, I think that you said it best. We're taking everything game by game. I think every game presents a new challenge, so only focusing on the 90 minutes ahead. I think obviously we know that the 3 points is important, but if we just keep playing how we're playing, then I think we'll be sweet.
Yeah, it's been a good week of training. Obviously a really short turnaround, so being really mindful of how we train, how much, how intense, all of that. But yeah, no, excited. I think our players are in a really good spot. I think last week we were a little bit frustrated with the result for how we played. I thought it was one of our best performances of the year, to be quite frank. So yeah, we're ready. We're ready for Louisville. It'll be a tough game, and we're excited.
Thank you for that. We'll throw it over here to Zoom. If you have a question, please use the raise my hand option. Just got your text, Alex, so we can go ahead and start with you. Go ahead.
Great. First of all, Coach, can you hear me? You don't have to see me, but can you hear me okay?
I can hear you and see you, Alex.
Great.
How you doing?
Thank you, Coach. Thank you for your time. And I have a couple of questions. You spoke of the form that the team is going through. Last 4 games, picking up points without a loss. This is the best moment of the season. I think from some of us looking on the outside is the way we're looking at it. How do you continue to build on this?
Yeah, I think keep doing what we're doing, as simple as that sounds. Keep, I think making sure we're picking the right lineups, right? I think this is probably one of the first time this year where we've been quite consistent with our lineups. So I think our players, we're finding who plays where best. I think the players are also figuring that. I think you have some players that are coming into form. So I think it's kind of a perfect blend. We've been very intentional with a lot of the stuff we've been doing especially in the summer, from mid-year evaluations to more player-led initiatives. So yeah, I think it's all kind of coming together and kind of going into the right direction right now.
Coach, you mentioned the moves off the field, trading players. One of the questions we were recently asked is, why didn't it not work out for Barbara Olivieri, a local girl who played for Tompkins High School, Texas A&M? You know, it's a storyline that's very positive for the organization. What can you share about maybe why this wasn't the right time for her or the club?
Yeah, look, I had a great experience with Barb. I hope she did as well. We also want to respect players' decisions if they want to explore potentially other opportunities. And so I've never been a coach at all be like, oh, you know, this needs to work. No, it's like, hey, we want to respect that. And so, yeah, we move forward, but we're also really excited about the pieces that we do have. And so we're excited. We're in a really positive direction. So, but really wish Barb all the best.
Maybe it's a different mentality. I know you probably say we take one at a time. Every game is important. We can use every cliche, but clearly this could be an important part of the season by picking up points away from home.
If you actually look at our record, we have more wins away from home. So we, for us, it's another, I guess, not chip on your shoulder, but it's another opportunity to get better. And like for us, we look at it, we know we're, with the heat that we train in and week out, it really preps us when we go and play at these other places. We just have energy levels that are really, really high. And if you look at, you know, even playing at Bay, even the last game we played away, like we have, it's actually to our advantage. So we're excited about that.
Great. Coach, thank you for your time, sir. Good luck in the next match.
Thanks, Alex.
You're welcome.
Dustin, go ahead.
Hey, Fabrice, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Hey, good. Just looking at some of the stats here with Louisville, I think they're lowest in the league, about 40% possession. You guys like to have the ball a lot. How does that kind of play? I know you guys have played them already, but you guys are going to be on the ball, it seems, a lot in this game. How do you transition that into great opportunities and getting into the box and getting scoring chances? Yeah,
I think the biggest thing is making sure we're playing in their attacking half. You know, I think that's the first part, and being on the front foot, sealing them, because it's not a matter of if you lose the ball, it's when you lose the ball. So making sure our distances are right and making them pay on the counter press. And I think when we do break them, like, they are very quick to work back. They are very resilient, blue collar team. They defend with all players, so it's going to be a tough game. But we're excited and we're looking forward to it.
And I know we saw Clarissa a little bit off the bench last week. How do you feel like she, with her debut, how do you feel like she's coming along this week in training? And also Lisa, I know we haven't seen her yet, but how do you feel Lisa is getting ready or closer to game condition?
Yeah, in terms of Clarissa, I thought she was lively. She came in, added some. We're excited to, you know, potentially start her or bring her on. But I think for her, we're just, you know, she hasn't really played an official game since May. So I think just making sure we're smart with that. But I think, yeah, what she adds is her timing, her ability to run in behind. She's someone that team has to respect. And so now there's going to be more space for potentially us to play through lines or also look to hurt teams behind the last line. So, yeah, no, really pleased with her. Lisa, we're still finalizing visa process, all that, so she should be kind of integrated with us soon. The good news with Lisa, she's just coming off, you know, the Euros where she played a lot of minutes and all that. So, yeah, so that should be a quicker integration for Lisa whenever she's available.
And last one for me, I just want to ask you about Yaz. I know we've seen her kind of as a 9, kind of off on the wings or in the midfield even. How do you kind of move Yaz around to get the best out of what you guys can in your attack?
Yeah, I think there's no secret. Yaz is better lower. I think she's someone that can offer a lot, whether it's in the pocket or wide. She can play the 9 for sure. I think part of it is we just felt like we didn't have I think for us, we always want to put our best 11, and so sometimes it meant, you know, maybe Yaz going a little bit higher for whatever reason. So, but yeah, I think right now, especially adding Clarissa, I think Messiah's coming into her own as well. So now we're having a little more, let's get a little more fixed roles and let's roll with it. So yeah, she's done great with it. Obviously 2 goals. We expect her to be a big part of what we're trying to do moving forward for sure.